Hello. I hope this. Yes, I think. I think audio is fine. Yes, I think so. Hello, everyone. Welcome back in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome. There's there's quite a bit going on today, so there might be a lot of background noise today. Hope that's okay. Um, oh, hello. Welcome in, Abel. Um, Abel been stuck. Oh, hello. Welcome back in, Amon. Oh man, how is everybody's Wednesday going? Um, Happy to be back. We had the D3 10-year anniversary earlier this morning. Hopefully you were able to join. If not, it's been recorded. So, ooh. Oh no. Oh no, that sucks, Abel. That really sucks. Oh man, I can't even begin to imagine what it's like going to career fairs right now. What a like, wow. Um, are you okay with sharing with us who it was or? Ooh, yeah. I'm excited for an Illustrator stream too. 'Cause, actually, I think what I haven't mentioned before, and I should, is that I got the um, Adobe Community Fund, and so it's this really cool program where they've been awarding um, somewhere between, like, I think under $5,000 to help fund creative projects, and they started that last year as a response to kind of, the changes because of the pandemic. And as far as I know, I think it might have been a replacement of. I don't know if it was a replacement of Adobe Creative Residency, which is the residency that they're quite famous for. But I think it was either in addition to, but it was, I think, their initiative to try and help out the creative community during the tough times that is the pandemic. And so they awarded me a some amount of money to keep working on the my elections project, or the voting/elections project. And so now that I've finished one of my clients and I'm almost done with Mozilla, I can start kind of giving most of my attention to that again. So pretty excited to do that. And that's why we're going to be doing Illustrator today. Yeah. Oh no, Monza's busy. Hey Gillian, welcome back in. Ooh, hey Pranav. Welcome back in. Attended the D3 10-year anniversary this morning. I know. Definitely, if you missed it, you should go check out um, uh, the recording. So it was really cool. Started off with, Ian hosting, and then Ian Johnson, and then Christoph View, giving an overview of D3 history, uh, all the way back to, like, I think 2005 or something like that. Pretty cool. And then there was a Mike Bostock kind of gave like a 10 lessons learned kind of thing from like the past 10 years. And then we announced a D3 parade, which is kind of this non-competition contest-like thing. Non-contest context. But it's basically, we wanted to celebrate 10 years of D3 by encouraging the D3 community to create data visualizations based on D3 data using D3. So, and then the prizes, and the categories and prizes are fun too. So we didn't want it to be one of those like, you know, like competitions where it's like first place, second place, etc. But instead, just kind of like, we're calling it like a recognition like a parade, recognition parade, I think. um, and it's just we're picking like a few different categories, and with like some really fun prizes, and the categories are like most creative use of a color palette, or most interesting use of a single color, or like most creative color palette, or most interesting interactions, or so like very much like a kind of just trying to be fun about it. So definitely, I wonder if it's already been published. Let's see. Oh man, people are getting signed. They're starting to get the signed copies of our book. So cool. I wonder where they put the signed. Nobody's like taken a picture of the signed uh, page yet, and I wonder what that means. Like, where did our printer like stick the signed like labels? I don't know. Anyways, okay, hold on. Let me try and see if the recording is up somewhere. Uh, hmm, 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 hmm. Hmm. I guess it hasn't. I guess it's not yet online. I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely able. Um, definitely okay if um you don't feel comfortable sharing. It's totally understandable. Pretty cool engineering firm. Can still apply to their job and stuff, so it's not a big deal. But I kind of wanted them to know my face. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder like what companies are like considered cool these days. Like, it's definitely different from when I was looking for a job so long ago. Oh my god, almost 9 years ago. Wow, it's been a minute. Wow, but yeah, definitely. I remember who was really popular. I feel like there was definitely the big ones like Google, Facebook. I don't think anybody knew that we could, as like a fresh grad, and nobody knew about Netflix because Netflix doesn't hire fresh grads. Who else was like up there? I can't remember anymore. I feel like I kept on hearing about Quora. Yeah. Ooh, welcome in. Hello, Steve Hammond. Hello to Marilia. Marilia. Hello. Ooh, how's it going in the dataviz world? Ooh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The music is it is there, but I think I turned it down a lot. Here, I'm like very bad at the audio stuff. Well, today is the 10th birthday of D3, so that's a pretty good deal, or a pretty big deal. Been 10 years. Um, And so funny, Ian in the stream was like, Shirley's a professional Twitch streamer. And I'm like, I'm still not a professional Twitch streamer. Like, everybody in my chat knows how not professional I am. Like, just like, can't even get the audio right. Still don't really know what like redeeming points means. Just figured out how to use polls the last week. Yeah. So, and like keep forgetting to raid other channels. I am so not good at this. Um, Hello, Michael. Welcome back in. Howdy. Hello, Nerdy Curious. Happy Wednesday to you too. Um, yes. Gilliam is right. I woke up super early for the occasion. I had to wake up at 8 a.m. Can you believe that? Just kidding. Yeah, because the D3 10-year stream was 9 a.m. my time, so I had to wake up at 8 a.m. But actually, it's been good because being in this cabin, Pretty much everybody else wakes up at like, responsible hours, like somewhere between around like 8 a.m. And then everybody goes to sleep around like 11 or so. So been yeah, it's been like a pretty good like I don't think I try not to work too much at night, and then I don't. So I noticed that whenever I go to sleep late, it's because I start working at night, and then I get into like a flow, and then midnight comes and I'm like, no, 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 I can finish some more. And it's like 1 or 2 a.m. and I'm like, okay, just a little bit more. And that's how I end up staying up late. So if I don't start working at night again, then usually I can get to sleep at a pretty good point. Also, I think I just wanted to share this, which is I my cabin mates have asked for some way for them to know when I am live. So I have put fairy lights up as like a here. I can put fairy lights down a little bit more as like a live indicator. So that was fun. Ooh, and this past Saturday there was like a blackout for about an hour and a half. Which reminds me, yeah, I don't know. There's been a really, yeah, I've been reading news about what's been happening in Texas and the nearby states about the storms and power outage for more than 2 days, and that I just like I don't know, like I don't know. I mean, obviously there isn't much I can do, but the fact that there's like that there's a power outage in the wintertime for multiple days at some time, like, and for some places record lows, added on to the fact that there's still a pandemic going on. So like if you don't, even if you want to go to get shelter, I would imagine that that's a really big risk to do that too. So yeah, I don't know. I was about to tell you guys about like our power outage story, and suddenly I remembered like there was, yeah, that is such a trivial thing compared to what's happening in Texas. The only reason why I was going to tell you about the power outage is because we like went around lighting all the candles, and then like we started burning the fireplace, except we thought that the fireplace vent was closed, so we thought we opened it, but turns out it was the opposite. So we like accidentally closed the vent, and then smoked ourselves for like a good few minutes, and there was like just smoke everywhere in the cabin. But yeah, and then one of the things that we did was we actually just got out some fairy lights to try and light up the place. Steve says you have a radio host voice. It's actually, I think, because of this mic. It I guess it I guess it yeah. I guess it adds a certain quality to my voice. um, oh, Minneapolis bro, thank you so much for listening to our Storytelling with Data podcast. It was very fun. Oh no. Well, thanks for dropping in, and hope you have a good meeting. Um, Nerdy curious, 8 a.m. Yikes! What is time? I agree. Um, yeah, I haven't read enough into what's happening in Texas to know exactly why the power outage has been more than 2 days. If anybody knows, like, please let us know in the chat. But yeah, wow. Do you know, Gilliam, why in France you haven't had a blackout for decades? Like, Do you mean like not even just like, I don't know, half an hour of a power outage? Because that happens to us relatively regularly. I think sometimes maybe it's that like some power line gets tripped or something, so then it goes down for a few hours, like an hour or two. In the fall time in the Bay Area, PG&E, which is California's gas and electric provider, in the last few years have been doing rolling power outages to apparently in when it's the peak fire season, they've been doing rolling power outages to reduce the risk of fire caused by PG&E lines, I guess, which I feel a certain way about. Um, oh no! Nerdy Curious says their friend in Houston hasn't had power or running water for days. That is extremely horrible during the winter. Yeah. So there is definitely even California. In California, there's like in fires during fire season. Oh, whoa. Okay, so Nerdy Curious says that Texas isn't interconnected power-wise with other states as backup. Oh. But first of all, I didn't even know that states were interconnected power-wise with other states, and I've never actually even thought about that. But, so then, does that mean like if, I actually haven't even really thought about like where they generate power. I've never thought about these kinds of things. Please, someone much smarter than me, please tell us. They also just don't have the infrastructure for cold weather. Well, that's true, because I feel like Texas, even in the winter, is quite warm. That's just the unfortunate thing. Oh, hello, friend. Hello, thick bugs. I'm trying to like, I just, I don't know if anybody else just got the, like, I just had in my head like this mental image of this like really, really thick and fat bug. And then at the same time, I was like, whoa, I wonder what a really thick bug in code would be like. Sorry. Hello, friend. Um, Abel, I am 100% supportive of you. If you're tired, you don't have to work more today. But I can say that because I don't know what you need to do. um, oh, oh wow. Gilliam said last time I had one was actually last December. Was advertised for months in advance, so it sounds more like a maintenance thing. And lasted less than advertised, so I feel it doesn't count. So I'm guessing that was like a maintenance thing. I feel like oftentimes for us, power outages are like somebody accidentally tripped on some line and brought it down, as opposed to I don't feel like there is as much like other than the rolling power outages that PG&E has been doing during the fire season. I feel like there isn't as much. There hasn't been as much like there isn't usually as much like scheduled outages. It's usually something went down because something went wrong. Gilliam says, my understanding is that there are several power grids in the US, all privately owned. And Abel says, yeah, Texas power grid is isolated from the rest of the country. Wow. Power generation is a tough problem to solve. You need to generate exactly what would be consumed at the same amount. So there is a lot of predicting involved and powering up down turbines according to actual usage all the time. This is actually, thanks for educating me. This is really great. Okay, Abel, go back to work then. Yes, all right. Now, you've spoken for yourself, Abel. Go back to work. Nerdy Curious says, especially since a lot of folks are isolating at home, the fact it's been extremely cold, they're probably using way more gas and power than normal. I see. In Texas. Wow. Gilliam says because we don't know how to store energy in big amounts. Ooh, hello, welcome in various authors. Oh man, I feel like my audio is like all over the place today. Sorry. So various author says much of Texas winter power comes from natural gas, which is having issues due to the cold. Interesting. What are natural gas sources? Is that like thermo? Like, is that kind of? Is that what natural gas means? Abel says power grids are complicated because they're just incredibly massive infrastructures. Technically, there are two major grids that cover the west-east half of U.S. Canada, and they're all connected, but barely, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Having had a few down power lines and just random power outages last year, you don't realize how much you rely on power until you don't have it. I agree. Although I feel like it happens in California enough that we're like, it's so funny. When it happened on Saturday, yeah, I think it happened on Saturday for us. Like all of us just like immediately jumped into like candle mode. Like there's actually a lot of candles in the cabin. Like we jumped into immediate candle lighting mood, and then there's like some firewood outside, so like then we started like getting firewood from outside. It's so funny because there's like 6 of us, and 5 of us were like, bustling around trying to like light up the place, and then there's my husband just like eating dinner in the dark. He's like, well, everybody else seems to have got it. You just like, we're like lighting a candle and putting it like, oh, we were in the middle of eating dinner, so we like lit a candle and like put it in the middle of the dinner table, and just like lights him up, just like still sitting, just eating his dinner. So yeah, all of that to say, I guess we're unfortunately used to it. Ooh, Fiat. I'm sorry for butchering your handle. Fiat Minimus? Oh god, I'm sorry. Says hello from France. Hello, welcome in. Oh, natural gas meaning harvested as opposed to processed from other fossil fuels. I see. Various authors says natural gas is mined out of the ground, mostly methane. I see. Oh. Natural gas, also called fossil gas, sometimes just gas, a natural occurring hydrocarbon gas mixture consisting primarily of methane. I'm learning so much. Thank you, everyone. Oh, yeah. Wait, nerdy curious. Where in Canada are you? We've been preparing for the big earthquake also. So we also, I think we have a generator. We definitely have like an earthquake bag. Oh yeah, Vancouver. That makes sense because that's the same. That is the same fault line, right? Yeah, that's true, Abel. I've never thought about the fundamental infrastructure pieces of the country that would just collapse with that. Yeah, I haven't either. So, whoa, we've been talking for 30 minutes. I guess this is about where we should get into work mode. I guess the last thing I'm going to mention before we get into work mode, then I'm also trying to pull up my iPad. But before we get into work mode, the brief thing I'll say is we watched the Britney documentary yesterday night. I'll just leave that there. That little tidbit. Yeah, I wonder if anybody else has watched it. Yeah, I feel like I knew a lot of the things about Britney. but like in very vague terms, and then the documentary went into so much detail. But I think the most shocking parts were like them showing all of the like kind of the interviews from like the early years of like, you know, the 2000. I thought there were like some of those interviews I thought were just really gross. But yeah. Anyways, I'm leaving that comment there. Love to know if anybody else watched it, and what you thought if you did. Ooh, Gilliam has shared something. Huh. Oops. I'm trying to open QuickTime. Ooh, Hugo, welcome in. Hello. Okay. I now successfully have my iPad on the screen, so let me switch to that. But before I do that, I was gonna read the tweet that Gilliam sent. Let's see. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, that is the legend that we're gonna try and do in Illustrator. But before we get to that, I'm just gonna read this. So tired of conspiracy theories about nationwide blackouts, nationwide internet takedowns. It's like suggesting somebody is going to simultaneously unscrew every screw of varying sizes and types in your home. Neither of those things is happening in modern times without a nuke or an asteroid. Also, the national blackout wet dream conspiracy theory is about the lamest one I can possibly think of. I like the gruesome post-apocalyptic creativity. Places all over the world do fine with unstable power. I think of 11 more interesting ways to destroy civilization by breakfast. Oh wait, okay, hold on. Sorry, I got distracted by the thread, but I think the one that I was supposed to read, is it this one that I was supposed to read? Yeah. Wait. Some countries with authoritarian governments have constructed their nationalized internet infrastructure, so there are only a few ways in and out and can be shut down by the government. True. Ours is a commercial hodgepodge of redundancies and egress points. Oh yeah, I think this is a tweet that Gilliam meant for me to read. In regards to power infrastructure, we do not have a national grid. Oh no, why did my mouse just disconnect? Am I running out of battery? Oh no, hold on. Oh no, I hope I'm not running out of battery. How do I see? I don't actually know how to navigate the new UI for this OS. Somewhere here, I feel like it should tell me what battery level my mouse is at. Okay, anyways. We do not have a national grid. What it actually looks like. We even share some infrastructure with Canada. We have 3 grids, even made up a colorful mix of independent providers and technologies. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. Is that? What? Wait, what is? Oh, is that? Oh, it's Quebec. Okay, I was like, what is that? Wait, why is that separated? Oh, as in Quebec is separate power grid. Huh. Western interconnection. I see. Okay. Let's get back into it. Ooh. So. Yeah, it took me a while to figure it out. It was just the one with the pic. I just read the whole thread. Yeah, actually, where I didn't see Alaska and Hawaii just now. Hugo, we are going to use Illustrator today. So actually, this is the visualization. And I actually was thinking, so here are some of the filters. I was actually thinking of taking out this like filter by state. Because I don't know how much, like, I feel like it doesn't add all that much value at all. I'm gonna make a poll of this. I'm abusing the new poll powers I have discovered. Actually, before I forget, whoa, hello, Enceladorus, thank you so much for reading. Hello, I actually lurked in your co-working stream for a little bit earlier. It looked really cool. I really like that you had the goals for everyone and what they're trying to do in the co-working. I hope you had a great co-working session. But yeah, welcome in. Hello. We were just talking about power grids in America. Mostly because we were talking about what's happening in Texas. But actually, before we get distracted by that, I guess let me. I should also talk about what we're actually working on today. So I've been working on this data visualization of all of the voting problems on election day for like 3 months now. We're almost there. And today I actually did a little bit of things before the stream where I cleaned up the axes. So now you can see, for example, that for all of the counties with voting problems, the unemployment rate, for example, were in general higher than the national median. And actually, especially for, let me make this larger. Especially for the percent black population, the counties with voting problems tended to be like anywhere between 5 to what looks like 5 to 7x the national median. So that was what I was working on right before the stream. And then I also put in this like household income information. And I don't know what to make of this, which is that the counties with voting problems in general also had higher household incomes than the national median. Not sure what to do with that piece of information yet. But this is the visualization we've been working on for a while. And so today we're going to work on making a legend for it, like a how to read legend for it in in Illustrator. So this is what we're going to annotate. So we're going to show that a circle represents one county. Each of the colors represent a different voting problem, and then we're going to annotate what the axis means. So yeah, so it's actually on top of that, I was going to put in the interquartile range. So actually, let me do that. So something like this, where I go and say something like this maybe, and then this is supposed to be Q1 and this is Q3, something like that. Yeah. Actually working on. Yeah, I fixed some things in between streams. Ooh, hello to Dev Hacker. Hello to Third Tier Gaming. Oh wait, captions? Wait, By captions, do you mean like live captioning? I'm getting statistics flashbacks. Yeah. Or captions as in like annotations for um for uh for the visualization. Actually, if anybody has recommendations for like live captioning, like automatic live captioning services, I've been meaning to add that in also. Ooh, hello, Isna. Welcome back in. Hope you're doing great today too. Yeah. Okay. So actually, before we go into Illustrator and create this legend, I'm gonna try being the keyword, and quickly update the axes with this interquartile range also. But yeah, Homeless 207. Hello. And ooh, Otter AI is the best for live captioning. Thank you so much for sharing that. Neo Sunshine Love. Ooh, I like your handle. Oh, there's an OBS integrated version. Integrated for OBS integrated version. For you mean for Otter.ai or just what's the Ooh. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so on Friday, we're going to have a stream. Our Friday stream this week is going to be, we're going to be working on my Twitch stream. So we're going to be adding in, I'm going to be drawing some new emotes. I'm going to make some rewards for redeeming points. And then I was thinking of also working on the like Twitch overlay, and maybe that also means that I can try and put the live captioning in. Yeah. Oh, so the OBS integrated version also has closed captioning. Oh, Max, welcome in. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, Maxine, hello, welcome in. So says Outlier also did live captioning. I do wonder if the live captioning was done by like I remember there is a service called like White Coat Captioning, I think. So I wonder if it's like an actual person did that. But yeah. Okay. So, I'm not going to be teaching like D3 like from, as like an intro to D3 or anything. I don't do that in the stream. I do have a intro to D3 course on front and masters. But in this stream, what I do is I work on data visualization, and as part of that, I do use D3. But usually just lots of JavaScript code. Yeah. So, okay, let's go and add the interquartile range. So we have to do that down here. Actually, probably a good time to reshare my notebook. And so, ooh, how well is my mic picking up everybody else? Let me know. Like, how crisply do you hear other voices? So, let's see. To calculate interquartile range, okay, so I have it here, and I think what I'm gonna use is, I think D3 has quantiles. D3, I think it's with D3 array. So for interquartile, so for that I usually use either D3 array. Is that what? Wait, is it? Yeah, there we go. So I usually use that, or I use simple statistics. But because I don't have simple statistics loaded, I'm just going to use D3 that I do have loaded. So here I'm calculating the median. So let me do that. So what I want to do is say both the, okay, so I want to do const q1 is equal to d3 dot quantile, pass in filtered, and then I want 0.25, and then give an accessor. Same thing for q3. Then let's make sure that I did that correctly. And then, ooh. Hello, your goblin aunt. Welcome in. Oh, Abel says, oh, yeah. Abel says, I don't know if I've mentioned, but I can't really get into observable. Haven't used it much, but in my play around, I found it nicer to just use an HTML JavaScript file. Totally understand. And I think, I don't actually know what your familiarity with D3 or like with web technologies, Abel, but I've heard that for a lot of people just getting started with either D3 or even like with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I've heard that there's quite a a learning curve for observable, as in like when they're already learning so many new things, observable makes that learning even harder. And I think that totally makes sense because the way that observable is structured is with cells, and so it's not like, it's very different from how you, or it can be similar to how you code for the web with like HTML and CSS and JavaScript, but it also has its own kind of like specific syntax of like how you're supposed to render things in a cell. And so it does, I don't think its learning curve is high for observable, but like when you're trying to pick up so many other new things, I think it's just another blocker. Or even if you already know all of these like web technologies, I do think that with observable, the way that you use it is just different enough from just coding for a website that I think I have heard that there's friction in adopting it. And I think that totally makes sense. And like if it doesn't fit into your workflow, like it doesn't fit into your workflow, and I think that's fine. I guess where there is some amount of like that does make it hard is that a lot of D3 examples are now in observable. And so then whereas like before with D3 it used to be like all the examples were in blocks, and with when I say blocks I mean like bl.ox. So like a lot of the examples were in blocks like these, and then you have like an index HTML file and like the data file. So you can very clearly see at a glance like how the HTML file should be structured, or like what the JavaScript part is and what the like styles and like what the styles are. So unlike that, with observable, because everything is like kind of like chunked into different cells, it is harder for people to kind of understand a D3 example when it's in observable. So for me personally, I use observable not as much I use it primarily for communication with clients actually. So what I mean by that is like what I really like about observable is that I can intersperse my visualizations with like cells with markdown, so that I can kind of be like, okay, this is in my data exploration, this is what I did, and this is what I found. This is what I did, this is what I found. And so I can have this nice notebook that I can send to my clients to be like, here are what I found. These are the designs that I've sketched that I would recommend. And so it's like just in this nice doc instead of, having to like put it into like just like take screenshots for email or something like that. So that's actually what I use it a lot for. I also use it a lot in my own personal projects for like just data exploration. So I don't actually do production things in Observable, like production that like will be then deployed to the web. So I always, when I'm done with the data exploration and prototyping, I'll always go back to my like local web dev or local dev environment to finish my project. The exception has been this particular project on kind of a series of bite-sized visualizations for around elections, U.S. elections and voting. And that's because there is one other thing that I really enjoy from Observable in terms of if I am to do something for production, which is that because all of these cells, so each of these are different cells and they're reactive, it means that I can make interactions really easy, or like filters really easy in Observable. So I can do something like, I can make these sort of like checkbox filters. I can do these kinds of like multi-select sort of filters, and that is also really easy. So if I don't want to have to bother doing like a whole, like if I don't want to like have to scaffold a whole like software architecture essentially with whichever JavaScript library that I choose to use, and if I just want to like really quickly be able to do some sort of interactions like these, then I think Observable is then that's another good use case for Observable, and that's what I use it for. So I think 3 primary things: 1, data exploration and prototyping; 2, communication with clients; and 3, when I want something where it's really easy to do interactions and I don't want to bother writing like a Vuex like a Vue and Vuex project or something like that. I just want to be able to do some interactions really quickly. So yeah, that was very long, but all of that to say, I totally understand if you tried it and then you don't like it, or like you can't find a use case for it. Totally makes sense. For me, I just like happen to find use cases for it, and then so when Observable reached out to partner, it just made a lot of sense for me, and that's why I keep using it. Yeah. Ooh, a lot has been going on in the chat. There are CC plugins for OBS. Looks like they are nicely referenced and they don't appear to cost anything. Oh, okay. So I should look into that too. Hugo says, JS Fiddle, CodePen much better to start with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I totally agree with you. In my head, I think they serve 2 very different sort of purposes. In that like JS Fiddle and CodePen, I think is trying to show like a very complete example, like a very complete kind of like web app, or like essentially like a very nicely packaged like web app example. Whereas like I feel like Observable is trying to do something a little bit different from that. But then I think where it's like very mixed and confusing is when there are like Observable notebooks that try to do what JS Fiddle and CodePen does, where it's just trying to just show code. I think the sweet spot personally for me for Observable, I think is like for tutorials and things, where it's trying to show like, bite-sized pieces of code and explain it. I think that makes a lot of sense because that really utilizes like the notebook aspect of observable really well. Yeah, that makes sense, Abel. Homeless 207 says, observable is more like functional programming. Learn JavaScript functional programming, and then you will be able to find it easy to work with observable. Oh, Neil Sunshine, love. Good question. If there's a tool that publishes to both, I don't actually know the answer to that. I think Blocks is slowly being phased out in favor of observable. So I think that's why there isn't any tool that publishes to both. But Blocks underneath the hood is just GitHub GIS. That's what powers it. Hello, Javin7. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm using D3. Thank you. Hector. Ooh, thank you, Hector. Yeah. Actually. Oh, yeah. So this part is the D3. Is some of the D3 code here. But yeah, let me get back into what I was doing to try and do the interquartile range. But yeah, definitely understand if you feel hesitant about observable. I think it makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah. Thank you for adding on, Gilliam. I explored data not with D3 but with Vega Lite. Yeah, and I mean that's the thing with like observable too, right? Like observable isn't trying to be only D3. You can really, and it's not even trying to be only dataviz or data. It's just trying to be like a web-based notebook. Yeah, Maxine, that's right. Then there's VizHub, which is a good online coding editor for learning D3. VizHub is by Curran, and actually he was talking about that earlier today in the D3 10-year celebration stream. Ooh, hello, thank you. Learn with Daniel. Thank you so much for rating. Yay, so many rates today. Hello, welcome in. Learn with Daniel. What we're doing today is we are trying to finish a visualization about voting problems. And currently I'm trying to add the interquartile range into the axis. And for that matter, I should probably also at some point fix the axis update. So that's another thing I need to do. Probably not today. We probably won't get to it. The update arrow axis. But yeah, so we're trying to finish the axis. And then we're going to go into Illustrator to create some legends. Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. And Kieran was saying about VizHub that the initial inspiration is blocks in Block Builder. And the only difference, or not, I don't know if it's the only difference, but one of the big differences is that with VizHub, you can import in node modules. So yeah, I've never personally used it, but I think it's also a really good resource also. Yeah. Javin, great question. That one is it's always such an interesting question about like big data. Like, so first of all, I wouldn't run the same visualization on really big data, like 20 gigabytes. I think one of the funnest and most challenging parts about dataviz is to figure out how to pick and choose what parts of the data to show. Like, you don't want to show everything in your data set, because one of the important things about data visualization is that you're trying to communicate across something in the data, and you're trying to, like, when you, it's basically, hold on. So there is the data, and then there's either like whoever is your end audience, and there's supposed to be some sort of like a transformation that goes on between your data and your end audience, where you essentially are transforming the data so that it's easier to digest, more easily digestible. And so even if you have a really large data set of 20 gigabytes, I don't think the goal is to show every single thing in those 20 gigabytes. Not only is that just not a good idea for your browser, or for any web page from a performance standpoint, but also from like a comprehension, like an end user, like end audience comprehension, it's going to be really hard to understand. So I think the biggest challenge in visualization is to figure out, is to dig into the data enough and understand it enough to figure out what is the important part to show and what is the important part to leave out, or to deem as secondary information to hide behind interactions. And then also, what are the ways that you might be able to filter, like slice and dice the data? What are ways to aggregate it? All of these different ways to transform the data, I think, is at the core of what we do. And thus, like, I don't think it's ever about trying to run the same visualization on really big data. If I have really big data, then my visualization is going to look different from what I currently have. Ooh. Able. Oh, thank you, Gilliam. I actually have, like, I actually tend to work with not that big of data sets. I feel like the data sets that, for me, are sweet spots are somewhere between like few thousand to, I feel like the max I've worked with is like a few 100,000 rows. And I think that's mainly because I don't have a strong data analysis background or a data science background. So any bigger, and I kind of get lost in trying to figure out, like, trying to understand it. So the only times that I've worked on bigger data sets is like when there's like a domain expert that's like already analyzing the data. Or something like if I partner with someone to work on the data side and I'm just kind of in charge of the visualization side. Ooh, Evan says, I'm a PhD computer science student in genomics. We don't really use JavaScript, but we have to work with big data. How would you visualize the genome in a browser which has millions of characters? Like, how would you prevent the app from crashing with JavaScript? Ooh, interesting. So in general, I don't, in this stream, I try not to take questions that are very, very project specific. I try to only answer questions that are like more general D3 or visualizations. Also really enjoy if you have a finished project and you want to share that and we can look at them together. But this is a very interesting question. And I feel like the quick answer, the general answer I could give is I think it depends a lot on your audience and what you are trying to create for your audience. In the sense that I think even, especially if you have a large data set, millions of characters, again, going back to what I was saying earlier about your goal isn't to try and show everything. Your goal is trying to transform that data enough that your end audience can gain some sort of insight out of it. And so it really is dependent on what the end audience is trying to do and what sort of like either tool or narrative that you're trying to provide them. So I actually, I think, was it Elijah Meeks that wrote that data visualization is not a technical problem. Because from a technical standpoint, I think a lot of things are solved, but rather data visualization is a design problem. I think the most interesting challenges are in the design aspect of visualization of how do you consider the end audience, and how do you design for their needs? But yeah, definitely there are some performance guidelines. Like, you probably don't want to be showing or rendering any more than like, a few, like 1,000 to 3,000 SVG elements. You definitely don't want to be animating any more than like about 1,000 SVG elements. If you have to go above that, definitely use Canvas. If for whatever reason you need to like do even more rendering, use WebGL. But at that point, when you have like more than a few thousand nodes being rendered, or more than a few thousand data points being rendered, then I would personally ask myself, if I was in that situation, why I need to do that, because it would be really hard for most people to really understand like a few thousand data points rendered on the screen, unless like it's really well organized, like visually. Ooh, I've actually never heard of parent view. I remember graphicacy. No, sorry, not graphicacy. Gosh. There's oh, I'm blanking on their name right now, but ooh, I wonder what this is. Interesting. Yeah, this makes sense. Like a lot of yeah, I think this is quite different from the kind of data points data sets I work with. But this makes a lot of sense if it's like, these sorts of like what are data, and so if each of these are like data points, so that makes sense. So yeah, I think in that case I misspoke, in the sense that I can understand if some of these are like hundreds of thousands of points or something, in which case I would say like WebGL. Yeah, like something that's GPU accelerated is probably what you would need to use. Yeah, I think earlier I was being too restrictive in terms of how I think of data visualizations, to say if you have such a large set of data points you're trying to show, then maybe it's worth reconsidering. But I can totally see from things like weather, or things like DNA, genomics, it makes a lot of sense that sometimes you just need to show a lot of data points. So that's a good point. Thank you for reminding me of that, Pranav. But yeah, so in that case, WebGL. Ooh. Thanks, Gilliam, for summarizing. Yeah, not as good with yeah, it sounds really cool, the genome. Ooh, that sounds really cool, Javin. Javin? How to write tools for professors for their research. I do feel like there's probably academic papers that cover visualization for genomics. I'm sure there is, because that's such a big field for visualization. And also there's probably a good amount of papers about how to visualize big data sets. Yeah, I can't recommend any, just because I'm not very good at reading academic papers, but there is for sure a lot of research that's been done there. Yeah, but if you're writing for your professors, and if you know for sure what their computer processing powers are, you might be able to optimize for that. Because I'm speaking from the experience of creating visualizations for a very general audience, and so I cannot make any assumptions about their machines and their machines processing powers. So when I said the numbers that I said earlier with SVG and Canvas, that's based off of trying to work for the most common denominator. But when you do know the people that you're designing for, then you could be a little bit more like, there is probably more flexibility there. Yeah, sure. Army guy, Python is really good with data. Yeah, of course, Javin. Ooh, no good Nick. Can you elaborate on that? Oh yeah, the important psychological aspect in that there, yeah, all design does. That's true. Almost 207. Ooh. Oh no, Army Guy says, I'm a software engineer and there are departments that try to visualize the data. The bad thing with some of these graphs is they misrepresent the data most of the time. So that is the one big no-no, I think, in terms of, so for me personally, I think that, in terms of data visualizations, like there's a lot of flexibility in how you decide to represent data, but the one big no-no is do not misrepresent it. I think I feel like most times the misrepresentation is not unintentional, and I think that probably comes from, if I could guess, it probably comes from a place of I would guess from a place of either on the stats side or design side of maybe, actually no, let me not try and guess, but I think that that's what makes the design side really important, because I think in thinking about the information design, we often have to think about like, how do I map the data to visuals in a way that's not going to misrepresent. So, ooh, thank you for sharing, Pranav. Fritz Lekshas? Wow. That's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing with each other. Okay. So let's go back into this. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is showing the quartiles, Q1 and Q3. Don't know why this got printed so many times. I have no idea why it got printed so many times. But okay, so Q1, Q3 makes sense. And so then what we want to do is Q1, Q3, and then I'm drawing arrows. So I'm drawing arrows and then I'm drawing cost. Maybe I can call it axis. Oh, so maybe I can call it IQR. I feel like this is the part that I spend the longest on, which is trying to figure out what to name things and how to pass the information along. Okay, so we have dots and arrows for the axes. Okay, let's just call it axes for the sake of, because that's what's going to be rendered. In which case, it's going to be... Let's see. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Q1 X scale. This is okay. Q3 X scale. Okay, now that it's in X positions, I can go back up to where I'm creating the axes, and then I will draw So I'm gonna call this, const axis is equal to selection.append in SVG group, and then I'm gonna give it a class of, I'm just gonna call it this axis, and true, and then axis.append. So this is the long horizontal line, and I'm going to do a rectangle. And it's going to be x is d dot x1, and the width is going to be d dot x2 minus d dot x1. Wait, no, q1. So q1, q3 minus q1. So this is the rectangle for IQR, and then give it a height of randomly 4. Let's see if that worked. Cool. Okay, so now we have the IQR drawn in. Wow. Okay, so the little black thing is the IQR. And so actually let me go and give it a height, or no, a Y position, -2. And then for now, let's give it a color of just gray for now. Cool. Yeah, okay. So, actually, hold on. A nitpick for the median line, I'm gonna have you go. What a nitpick. Okay, I'm gonna make this IQR height is equal to 4. Divided by 2. And down here, y1, let's make that an IQR height, divided by 2. And then now, okay, so that is the IQR. Probably should make it taller. This is how I just spend hours nitpicking things. Y1 is, maybe it's this. Okay, so this is the IQR. I wonder if any of these counties are in the outlier then. Ooh. Naming things is hard. Ooh, welcome in HV Manny. Welcome in Zebisnaga. Interesting. So this is JavaScript. So the question is why I'm not using semicolons. Interesting. So actually, I'm under the impression that if I use something to minify my JavaScript, it will automatically put in semicolons for me. I actually don't think I have any strong reasons as to why I don't have semicolons. I feel like it's a habit left over from when I was at a full-time job, and we had, as part of our style guide, to not have semicolons. Yeah. I think mostly it's because it's really annoying if, for example, I end a statement here with a semicolon and then I realize I need to add like another attribute after it or something. So like another line after it, and then I have to like delete that semicolon and stuff. And then I think from when I was in a full-time job, I think the reason for it was in terms of for PR, when we're doing like pull requests, and then you know, if I had a semicolon and then I like then have another, then in the next commit I add like another line or something, and this semicolon gets moved to the next line, then there is like in the diffs, it's going to say that this line got modified too. Even though like the only thing that got modified was that it no longer has a semicolon, and so I think that was another sort of like a annoyance of like this line didn't really get modified. So yeah, I think that's why. Yeah, that was my impression too, that HV money is that the semicolons are totally optional. Actually, the arrows, we've coded the arrows too, so I think these are all of the arrows. Um, Hi, hello near Liz. Welcome back in. Totally makes sense that gray makes it hard to see. Very interesting. It's a very specific hex code suggestion. Ooh. Sariki, welcome back in. Good morning. Yes, the median has been fixed. There has been certainly there has been improvements. No Good Nick says my previous job required using semicolons. I feel like in JavaScript the whole semicolons thing is really just like based on your team preference and like what you got used to doing. So do I even want... Yeah, you're right in that the contrast is low. I'm not a fan of the color that I'm currently using. What if I just use black and outline it white? Bad design decisions. Let's see. I'm still gonna go for it. Let's do that. And then, oops. Super bad design decisions. Okay. Okay, I take it back. I'm sorry. Okay. What if I keep the white stroke though? Wait, hold on. And then, let me hide that. That's still pretty hard contrast, huh? Or like it's not enough contrast, huh? Oh, I got distracted earlier, but I was going to make a poll about whether I should even keep this states filter of like if it's helpful, or like would you want to be able to just find your own state if you live in America and be like, which are the counties that have problems? Okay, so I'm gonna add that poll. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Picking colors, well, I feel like picking colors are marginally harder than naming things, where naming things is really hard for me already. If I had a stroke of the line color, wait, what? Of the line color? Wait, I'm gonna write a poll, because I just discovered this poll thing and I'm abusing it. Let's see. I was gonna ask you all, should we keep filter for should we keep the filter for keep the filter by state's functionality in the voting? Oh, there's a character limit. Okay. The gray rectangle with a stroke. But what stroke though? What stroke color? I don't think yellow. Yellow I'm reserving for like highlight colors. I do, yes. Yes. I co-wrote a book and it came out last week. Thank you. But actually I think in terms of dataviz books, I feel like the one I've personally found the most helpful has been Alberto Cairo's The Functional Art. And I think it's because I read it at a time when I had been coding in D3 and creating visualizations for a few years, but I realized that I didn't know enough information design principles. And so I read that book and I really liked how practical it was. So yeah, I think that's probably my favorite, other than my own. Yeah, okay, so trying to decide. Also wondering why the median line is not going up above the... Alright, we're inspecting the axis and arrow, median. Okay, so line 1 is -5. Oh. Okay. I understand why this black median line is not being drawn all the way up, because the gray stroked or dashed line is above it. So now that should work. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna increase the stroke width. Yeah, bad ideas. I feel like I'm okay with this. Not my best work, but okay, so now I think I can finally export this to Illustrator. Yeah, you know, not my best work, but yeah, let's just do it. Alright, let's what I do is, let's open up Illustrator. An hour and a half into the Twitch stream where I said we're gonna use Illustrator, I finally opened Illustrator. The functional art. Wait, hold on. Sariki, do you mean that? Are you asking if the functional art can be shipped to Asia, or I'm 99% certain that our book is available in Asia. Oh, and the gray line is the interquartile range. So, Illustrator time. Okay. Wow, I feel like it's been a while since I've opened up Illustrator. Yeah. Let's for now just open up a letter size. Inspect. And then what I do is I just say copy, I think copy element, and then I just paste it. Yeah. Oh no. Ooh. Why is... Okay, let's group you. Ooh, it's been a while since... Has there been an update? It looks different from when I last used this. Illustrator scares me. Gilliam, does somebody else need to mod you? Yeah. Tochigi V, welcome in. I feel like the answer is it depends. Depends on the data set and the visualization. But in general, I think it's fun. Thank you so much, Shavin. Thank you for getting the book. Ah, that makes me really happy. It just came out, so it is brand new. I feel like I spent so much of my life in the last few years working on it. Okay, so trying to figure out, let's see, layers. Why is the window arranged like this? Workspace. Huh. Why is it? Whoa, this feels weird. What happened? Okay, well, let's not get into this. Ooh. Yeah, I like this. I don't know if anybody else in the if people in the chat have imported SVG into Illustrator. It's a very satisfying experience because all of your groups are maintained. So I'm gonna delete 2 of these groups because I only need 1. And actually, let me put this side by side with the legend that I'm trying to draw. Okay. Oh no, why did I choose to delete? Okay, so let's delete that also. And then a important question is, what happened to this path? Why is the stroke ooh, interesting. So, I'm like fascinated by how this got imported, which is it imported just the arrowhead but not the line. So in SVG, what I did was I created a line and then gave it an arrowhead marker, But in this specific case, it only imported the arrowhead marker and not the line that it was attached to. What an interesting thing to happen. So wait, what's this path? So it knows that it was supposed to have a path there. So, and yeah. So it knows that there's supposed to be a path. Fascinating. But it's not completed. Okay, I guess I'll just draw a new path. I feel like that's quite an inefficient thing to do, but I guess that's okay. Oh. That's actually, wait, does it have no weight? Is that what happened? I'm having kind of a lot of fun debugging this Illustrator. This is the first time we've like streamed Illustrator. This is kind of fun. Okay, wait. I think, Gilliam, you're right. It's because of the laptop migration. I don't think I've opened Illustrator since I've switched laptops. And so that's why my workspace does not look like the way that I'm used to. Whoa, but also, okay, so if I do that, wait, where is my stroke? I don't know where anything is. You know what? Maybe I don't use, do I use Essentials Classic? I am old and I use Essentials Classic. I don't even use Essentials. I use Essentials Classic. There we go. Thanks for helping me solve the mystery. Oh, interesting. So, So 4 of you said to keep the filter. Okay. You don't feel like the filter by state is excessive or like extraneous? Like having this here? Is it like one of those like, well, it's there, and it's not doing any harm, so let's just keep it kind of thing? I feel like it takes up a lot of space for like not doing much functionality. Anyways, yeah. I'd love to hear your thoughts about why to keep it. Yeah, debugging Illustrator. Oh, thank you, Suriki. Yeah, I would love to have that discussion of, like, I would love to hear what made 4 of you say to keep the state filter. Okay. All right. So this is a stroke of, I think in here I have no, I don't think it was that it was 0 stroke. I think it was that oh, I think I know. Wait. Okay. This is not even that important, but I am so distracted because this is fascinating. Okay, so my theory is that because I only give it, so with lines you can give it x1, x2, y1, y2, but because I only give it an x2 with no x1, and that's why when I import it to Illustrator, it didn't draw the line. That is now my theory. But it did draw this one, the y1, y2. Because I have this translate. Fascinating. Huh. Oh, and the stroke width is 2. Okay. So stroke width is 2. I might as well just do this. Okay. Huh. That is my newest theory. Interesting, because it even thinks that it is a, like, Oh wait, hold on. I do like to rearrange some things. How do I do that? I do like having this in here. No, how do you stick? Sure, what? No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted you to... Yes. Yes, put you in there. No, that's not what I want. Oh well, okay. It's not really what I want. I wanted you to be like down here. Okay, anyways. This is so fascinating. Wait, what is this compound thing? What is this compound? Oh, I wonder if this compound path? What is this? So these are supposed to be together. So I wonder if that... okay, I'm getting too distracted. Fascinating. Okay, well, let's go into this group and let's just draw a path. Oops. No, stop. Okay. Does anyone know how to navigate like groups faster? Because this whole like having to like click into things is... Oh god. Feels very inefficient. Okay, and now what I want to do is I only want to keep, so actually I don't want to keep this line anymore. No, I don't think so. Oops. And then, oh no. All right, let's go and remove most of this. So this is the axis. And then this one over here is all of the dots. But out of the dots, I think all I want is, let's copy one. And then it's also, which one has, ooh, there we go. This one has, actually, you know what? I should copy this one because this one has all of the colors. All right, let's copy that instead. And then let's delete both. Oh. I want this outside. Okay. Ooh, Anna Coz, welcome back in. Hello. It's been a bit. It's been a minute. How are you? Wait, 50 options. So Suriki, the reason why it's not a drop down is because if I was to do a drop down, then I can't do a multi-select. Gilliam, I'm guessing when you say 50 options, you mean like the 50 states? I'm guessing that's what you mean. Nerdy curious. Oh no, now I want candy too. Well, I'm glad that it has positive associations for you. X1, X2. Ooh, thank you, Helen. You're this. Yeah, so I was earlier. It was because I had translated the group for the arrow to the X position I wanted, and then so basically what I did was like I translated the arrow X position, I translated the group to the X2 position. Oh, this is confusing. Sorry for doing this. My bad. Actually, I wonder if this is X1 is fine too. Yeah, so that actually might be less confusing if I had just called this X1. So I translated to the X2 position, and I told the line to go back to the to draw back to the X1 position. And that is why when I imported it into Illustrator, it just had a point here, and it didn't draw all the way. Fascinating. So fascinating. Would you consider that a bug? Huh. Like, would you consider that a bug in how Illustrator is importing in SVG, or like how Illustrator is decoding SVG? So fascinating. I'm gonna call this X1 so that it's easier to think about it. And so, yeah. Nothing should change. Whoa. Hold on, why did something change? Oh. Wait, no. That's just because... Oh, okay. Okay. No, it's fine. Alright. No, we're good. So, okay. Everything... There's no bugs. Okay. Things are okay. Alright. Okay, sorry, got distracted. What is this font that I'm using? What is this font? I should just go and look. Is it Open Sans? Work Sans. Do I have that on my local? Okay, so the reason why I need to know that is because now I need to start labeling. My theory is easy enough to test, but I didn't want to. Yes, it would have been very simple to throw an X1 in there, but I didn't want to. Because then I have to re-import things into Illustrator, and that's just too much work, you guys. Oh, no, Sariki. So, yes, I like mystery. No, Sariki, it's that the line wasn't drawn, so there was only one point. And so there wasn't a second point for the line to be drawn to that second point. So, yeah, that's what happened. Ooh, yeah, I'm doing quite good, Anna. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so X1, the arrow is the other way, so I put the marker on marker end instead of marker start just now. Yeah, right? It's an Illustrator bug because the 0 is implied by the translate. I agree with you, Helen, near this. Not only because I pretty much prompted you to say that. Abel says... Ooh. I like your interpretation, Abel. I told the line, like you're in the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I told the line to do this. I did tell the line to do this. You all in the chat are awesome. I am the writer of this dataviz story. Ooh. Well, I can reshare this if someone wants to try with Inkscape. Let me know. Ooh, thank you, Anna. I'm glad to hear that because I feel like my progress has been really slow. So I am really happy to hear that that it seems like there has been progress made on this visualization. Okay. Ooh, this is a. I wonder. Let's just give it some sort of a dimension, huh? So this is why I should have used a web large. Sure. Actually, do I want web large? I probably want a web small. Let's do a web common. Let's do a minimum. Create. And then let's bring this all over here. I like this. Okay. This is fine. This is good. And actually, maybe I want to make it 640 actually. 640 wide because I know that that's what observable. Wait, 640. Where are you, 640? The width that observable uses for here we go. For their body text. So just trying to keep in line with that. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna comment on that. On your list, did you give it a try? And Inkscape does draw the line. I guess that's where it is. That's where I've actually never used Inkscape. Oh man, Abel. In January, I was like, I will write this blog post and I will also finish refactoring my website. In January, I am nowhere near close on either of those. So you and me both. You and me both. Actually, how about I just squish you? Yeah, let's squish you. Ooh, let's give a margin. So usually I think I give a margin of 20 pixels. Yeah. Let's give it a margin of 20 pixels on each side. Is it just me, or I feel like this Illustrator stream feels so much more chill than... Do I want it on 220? Okay. I feel less... Like I feel less like when I'm coding, I feel like my brain hurts sometimes. And then with Illustrator, I feel like it's just fun. Though I am confused. Why are you going over like that? Okay, whatever. Okay, now I can do, let's make this bigger. Yeah. You know what minorly annoys me between Illustrator and Photoshop, which is that in Illustrator, if you want to scale something, and you want to like fix the aspect ratio of the scale, like you have to hold down shift. And in Photoshop, it's the exact opposite way around. So if you want to fix the aspect ratio when you're scaling, you do not hold down shift. And if you do hold down shift in Photoshop, then it's like a freeform scale. Like, who did that? Who, like, why did they not talk to each other about this? Okay, that was it. that was all I had to say about that. Okay, now let's add some text for the legend. To be real, on your list, I can't really afford Adobe software either. That thing is expensive. I live off of their sales. Oh no, Anakos. Yeah, I don't usually make resolutions either. I do, the thing I like to do is, at the beginning of the year, I sit down and I write some goals for the year, and then I don't try to like make a big deal about meeting them. It's more like, I guess the word is like intention. So I write down whatever I want to, like the goals for the year, and then And then at the end of the year, I look at the goals I wrote down, and I'm pleasantly surprised at the ones I did accomplish. And then either I'm okay with the ones that I did not accomplish, or so yeah. It's less about like resolutions where I'm like, I need to stick to this, but more like writing down like what I want to do for the year, and without trying to put any stress on myself for actually accomplishing it. For years, for like I think 2 or 3 years, I had maybe 3 years, I had the goal of finish data sketches. And finish data sketches book. And last year, I finally got to like check off that goal. Like finally, that was a good moment. Oh, you mean? I didn't know that. Actually, I feel like I kind of knew that about Adobe and Flash. They stole Flash? Well, actually, no, I don't think I knew that story. Yay, more Illustrator streams. Ooh, Abel, thanks for joining. Hope to see you later. If not, hope to see you on Friday. Yeah, so for the longest time, Abel, if you're still around, I had to hold down shift to keep the aspect ratio in Photoshop. But in some recent version, I don't know if it's like in the last year or two, they decided to flip that around, and it like messes with me every single time. I'll hear this. Oh, they bought Flash from Macromedia. Oh, was that to like slow down the competition? Is that... I don't actually know that history. New Year resolution is 4K. I'll lend you this. Yeah. Yeah, so oh, I'm glad you like that, Anakos. It is a New Year's tradition between my husband and I, and we always sit down with a bottle of wine and then we write down our goals. And part of that, the not putting pressure part, actually came more from my husband, because like he didn't want that pressure on himself like through the year. And I think that at first I was like, no, why would you set goals if you're not trying to work hard towards like meeting it? But actually, like haven't done this for like a few years, good like 4 years, 3, 4, 5 years maybe. I really like the not pressuring myself part. So many kudos to him for having that foresight when we first started, because he was like, if I have to put pressure on myself to like finish these goals, then I am never doing them with you, or like I am not doing this goal setting with you. I was like, okay, fine. Like it could just be like I think originally we even had like check-ins, like quarterly check-ins scheduled, and that quickly disintegrated. But I quite like how we do it now, where it's just like at the end of the year we reflect on whether we got to our goals or not, and then we celebrate if we did, and if not, we either keep them for the next year, or just like I guess that wasn't important enough of a goal. Yeah. Okay, so I was going to figure out if I do have work songs. Cool. Probably regular, and then here I'm gonna say county, and then it's 12 pixels. Let's make that bigger. 18 pixels, yeah. And then I'm starting to feel like my plans for today in terms of what's in Illustrator is probably quite easy. So let's do, you know what? Here. Where is the arrange? Arrange, where are you? Okay, hold on. Reset back to Essentials Classic. Wait, reset. Reset that. Okay, arrange. Where are you? Arrange. Oh, align. There we go. Align. Oh, it's here. Okay, I put you here. Whoa, that's not where I meant to put you. Whoa, okay. Can you tell how long I haven't arranged? Whoa, okay. Sorry. What the? No. I'm sorry. Go back. Can you tell I only do this like once? Every time I get like a new laptop, I only arrange it like once, and so I can't ever remember how I do it. Okay, align. Very important to me. Okay, please go here. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, now let's... Whoa! That is not what I meant to do. That is interesting. Did y'all see that? Okay, that is definitely not what I meant to do. So let's not do that. Okay, so apparently I should be doing... Still... Ooh, interesting. Okay. Fascinating. Don't know why you went down there. Okay. And then let's move you all out of the group. Layers. I want you all outside of the group. And then what I want to happen is, can I group? Oops. Okay, so what is the colors? Are orange is long lines. Yeah, okay, orange is long lines. Okay, let's say long lines. And then blue is tech issues. And then purple is purple next? Purple is voter intimidation. Yeah, voter intimidation. And then disregard for COVID-19. Okay, so that's the last one. Actually, let's move you out of the way. And then it seems like I'm gonna have to put them on 2 lines actually. So let's see. Arrange them vertically. Ooh, do not. Also, wait. I do not want those guides selected. For now, let's hide those guides. Vertically arrange them, and then I want to distribute spacing. Actually, find key object. Wait, I don't think I'm doing that part correctly. Ooh. Yeah, okay, that is what I intended to do. Cool. Okay, so distributed spacing between them, but actually I think I want 5 pixels instead. Distribute again. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, like, the ease at which I can do this in Illustrator and the amount of work that it takes in code, like, that would have definitely taken longer in code. And that's why I am quite excited about trying out, like, oh, actually, let me put this after tech issues. But yeah, this is why I'm like pretty excited about like trying to do more things in Illustrator. Okay, let's align to a key object again and then distribute spacing. Let's make sure that everything is vertically aligned again. Hi, anti-hits. 2 streams in one day. Technically speaking, I wasn't hosting the other one. Ian was hosting the other one, so, you know, definitely not a pro. Ooh. Wait, oh no. Oh, whoa. I am getting some history. Wish we could have higher res than 4K. I feel like after a certain point, I can't tell. Whoa. Okay, thank you for sharing how near this. The world was always crazy. I see. Ooh. Thanks for always joining, Sariki. See you next time. That's how we roll, yes. What would you recommend for an interactive dataviz front end for the user? I think that also depends. I don't think chat would probably be a better place to ask because I don't use that many. I do things in D3 from scratch, so I don't actually. I have heard of really good things about Flourish. Been hearing good things about Flourish. Been hearing I quite like Data Wrapper, but I don't know how interactive you're looking. So I don't know if those would satisfy the interactivity you are looking for. But for me, I always end up like wanting quite custom interactivity or quite custom of a visualization. So I end up just rolling my own with D3 and other JavaScript libraries. No, listen to Gilliam. Hello near this. Great answer. Depending on how interactive, D3 or Vega Lite. Yeah, Vega and Vega Lite you can do some like really great things with. Ooh, Anna, yeah, so I'm temporarily in a cabin so we're here for the month. And then we've social potted with a few friends, and yeah, it's been really nice. I do have trees in the distance. Let me show you some trees. Ugh. There is also a really cute pup, but she's not coming around today. It's probably because, here's the trees in the distance. Over the weekend, it was really beautiful because it has snowed. You can still see the snow on the porch, and so there was like snow on the tree branches. It was gorgeous. It's really beautiful. There is also a pup, but I think because every time she begged for food, I did not succumb to her begging, so she stopped trying to hang around me, which is kind of sad. But I should not condone begging for food in a pup. Snow. Yeah, puppy. Where is the pup? I think she might be sleeping. Oh, she got herself really tired out over the weekend. Still in progress with the Discord. I need to follow up on that. Yeah. Yes, Rika, I thought you left a bit ago. It is a really, really nice view. And yes, puppy is in the tweet too. Okay. I don't know why, but I don't quite like... Okay, so... Here. So it does not fit into one line, so I guess we should just fit it into 2 lines. So this one, maybe I can say each circle represents a county. And then circle represents a county, and then pie slice is... Right? The puppy is so cute. Oh, my bad. Never went back to my desktop scene. This is why I'm not a professional streamer. Pie slice. Proportion of voting problem. Ooh. Hello. Oh my gosh, so many raids today. Hello, Iris NX. Thank you so much for raiding. Yay, welcome in. We are currently working on a legend in Illustrator for this visualization on different voting problems on election day. And yeah, that's what we're trying to finish right now. What is my font size? I'm trying to match my font sizes also. Why do I... Okay, what is my font size? Where did I write font size? 12 pixels. So actually, I guess I should just make the... Maybe I should just make this 12 pixels. 14 pixels? I don't know. That's the one thing I don't quite like about doing things in Illustrator is like you end up fixing your positions and dimensions. Either that or you have to like think about how to scale it. At this point, I'm just mumbling. Okay. Did I say 14 pixels? Yeah, okay. And then so that should all now fit. Let's take out this. Vertically center, align to key object here, and then distribute 5 pixels. Well, let's go back to 10 pixels. And wait, hold on. There we go. That's the easy way to do the align key item. Distribute, yes. There we go. Yeah. So let's group these, and let's group these two, and then let's align both of them. Cool. Ooh, hello, Talon 5. Welcome in. And Iris and X. Second day streaming, fried brain, trying to deal with the project after breaking it completely, so I decided to take a break and find someone to raid. I hope you're doing great. I am. Thank you so much, Iris and X. I hope you're doing great. Well, other than the fried brain. I hope you're doing well. What is the project you've been working on? Yes, we have all broken our projects many times. Netflix clone website, so I have a place to watch movies from home free. Huh, interesting. But isn't there how do you go about the licensing of these movies? Also, I finished my water or milk tea, so I think that means we should end soon. Oh. And then, oh no, I still have to annotate this whole thing. Okay. Alright. Let's annotate this. So this is national median. This is median for counties with long lines. That with long lines. And then actually, maybe I should do this. No. Okay, this is my key object. Perfect. Oh, no. Wait. Where am I in my layers? Yeah, aren't these groups? Aren't you all groups? Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna. With voter intimidation. Oh wait, how about I do this? Ooh. Ah, I see. The movies are all personal use. That is definitely not beginner level. No, it does not sound like it. It does sound like a really interesting project though. Makes sense. Or I agree, yeah. Oh, it's $20 a month for 4K Netflix? Is it 20 a month right now? Ooh, Javan, thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope I get to see you again next time. Plex. Huh. Whoa. That sounds awesome. Iris says, this has got me to set up multiple IPS from home, cloud server, DNS servers for running my own domain from home. So I actually own the domain name, no yearly payment. Needed an idea what I can launch locally on this hardware. Gilliam also wanted to tackle a similar project, mostly because he's fairly dissatisfied with native library apps. Okay. Yeah, good luck. That sounds awesome. Let me go follow you. So here you are. Gonna follow you. I love your... Oh, you're hosting me. Thank you so much. I love your cover. And I love your profile too. Yay. Ooh, do you have a schedule? Ooh, okay. About. Yay. Oh, awesome. Ooh, I'll check back for the streaming schedule. Yay! Ooh, I'm excited for your follow notification. Yeah, hope I can drop in sometime. Oh, I got distracted. We should wrap up soon. I keep saying that. Let's do this. Yeah, okay, there's something very specific I'm trying to do and I'm like not doing it well. Okay, so yeah, okay, let's do that for now. Yeah. Sometimes selecting is hard. No. Yeah. Okay, finally. This one is encounter disregard for COVID-19. I don't like this lack of padding between the text. Maybe it's okay to, let's see. So this one is long lines. Oh yeah, I did ask about stream captioning software earlier. Oh no, Iris, if you stream right now, then I am still in the middle of my stream. But if you stream right now, I can in return raise you, because I'm gonna wrap up soon. So hold on. Oh, interesting. Why I'm duplicating the legend? I am? Where am I duplicating the legend? Okay, let's all align, and then maybe again spacing 2 pixels. Whoa, 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 whoa. I apologize. That was not what I intended. 1 pixel? Whoa, interesting. Okay, none of that is what I intended. That is really not much spacing between. I am not happy with that. So for designing, I think it really depends on what I'm trying to do. So but in general, yeah, I think I find it easier to do like things that need like very specific. Okay, so I think here's the answer. So I think it's easier to code, like design with code if I'm trying to like I can apply some sort of rule for a lot of things. And so what I mean is that like, for dataviz, I will like, code the parts where I have to position all of the, elements and color them, etc. based on the data. So then I would prefer code. But for things that are like very one-off or like needs very specific positioning, then I prefer to use like Illustrator. So yeah, I am not the happiest right now with how this looks. So I might actually just, yeah, I'm really not happy right now with how this looks. It looks like very cramped here. Wait. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, this part I feel a certain amount of way about too, that it's not so easy to just bold something. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna sleep on that. Oops. And then here I'm gonna say Q1. Ooh, that's a cute Q. Regular. That's kind of cute. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should write I just realized I don't think this is Lullatone anymore, so I'm a little bit worried. I hope I didn't like get into copyright infringement. Yeah, this is no longer Lullatone. Sometimes. Stretch vertically. Oh no, to work longer. Wait. Oh, the 4 labels. Oh, okay. But now I've fixed them, right? Ooh, webcaptioner.com. Thanks for sharing. I think webcaptioner.com. So I feel like the main ones I heard today is the Otter Voice and the, or sorry, Otter Voice, Otter AI and the OBS integration actually. Webcaptioner.com. Ooh, I am totally eating a popsicle after this. Ooh, that looks nice too. All right, this is going to be on the list of things we need to do for the stream on Friday. Oh, run that in a separate window and capture that window. Got it. Stretch vertically. Oh, I see what you mean. That is a good point. So I wanted to say that these are the median for counties that encounter long lines. So yeah, I wanted it to be like, this is also supposed to be like the median for counties incurred for these voting problems. But I see your point. It is duplicated. Sometimes I find that it's better to repeat information. Because I don't want to assume that somebody will go back up here, or like I think it's the whole like trying to make it as easy as possible to read something. So like I don't want to assume that people will come back up here to read what the colors are, and I would want to like have it here also. So that was my thought process behind labeling these also. I hope I don't get copyright issues on my stream because I forgot to make sure that Lullatone repeated. No, okay, I'll fiddle with that later. Yeah, so yeah, I think I will keep these because I want to make it extra clear that it's the median for these. And then this is the national median. Bold. And then here I'll write how to read the axis. Ooh, what if I go even bolder? Black. Actually, no. maybe I should make this the 18. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do this. No. Not sure yet if I like that or not. Actually, let's move that down a bit. Let's move all of this down a little bit so I can write here how to read this visualization. I'll be real. I don't like this 18 point. I'll just put okay, sure. And then let's go and distribute maybe 10 pixels between each of them. Does that look like it's 10 pixels between each of them? Whoa. What just happened? Whoa. Why'd you do that? Okay, let's sleep on this. Not sure yet if I quite like this. I don't think I dislike it, which is good. Yeah. Wow, I went extra long today. Okay, I swear I'm wrapping up. Sorry to everybody in Europe. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, let me save on my computer. Actually, I'll save it later. Yeah, so that's it for now for the legend. Had a lot of fun actually working on this. Oh no, I meant about the YouTube for like the copyright claim for YouTube, not Twitch. Oh, yes. I'm glad that I was able to help, Iris. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, hope to catch you sometime. Q1 and Q3. Yeah, quarters. Should I expand on that more? The Q1, Q3? Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. Let's do a recap. So, what did we do today? We chatted. We added this interquartile range, and then we made this legend that I will offline save and upload and put here, I think. Yeah, I think I'll put it here, but you don't need to see that part because I've already kept you long enough. Thank you so much to everyone who stuck around today for so long. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Oh my God. Yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. And if you want to stick around for a little bit longer, I'm gonna see if there's any channels I can read. Ooh. Oh, can't read Iris. If there's anybody, is there any suggestions for someone to read? Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the stream. On Friday, we're going to work on things for the Twitch stream. So we're going to work on emotes. We're going to work on, we need to figure out like the audio visual problem where things are out of sync on Twitch sometimes. We're going to work on having some channel rewards. But yeah. Ooh, Code Miko. Who is that? Yeah, wait, hold on. I love when you all introduce new streamers. So, Code Miko? NPC game character. Interesting. Oh, how interesting. I want to try to go for someone in the coding realm, which I'm not quite sure if. Looks like Komiko is more in the gaming side of Twitch. So, I think Let's Game It Out is gaming awfully like always. I think today we're going to pass on the rating. I really want to raid another fellow developer, and I don't seem to have any that are currently streaming that I follow. So I will catch you all on Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. Thank you everybody that joined. I hope you have a great rest of the day or night. Bye bye.